Testing. It's working. Brilliant. Imagine if every TV show started like this, like a newsreader came on and went, oh, it's working. Brilliant. There's been a terrible earthquake. There hasn't. Well, there might have been. I don't know. This isn't the news. Okay, let me tell you now, this isn't the news. Anything you hear on this, I'm honest, but it might not be factual. I'm honestly stupid. God, I've got to get a new chair. So this is an impromptu one. I wasn't going to do this. In fact, I was getting all ready to relax. I was in the bath. I washed my hair as well, so it's a bit fluffy. And I don't usually do these. I would love this to be the news. I would love this to be the news. I would love a newsreader just to have a breakdown on air. Just start talking about his fucking hair. Oh, moaning about a lump he found. And then show us. Just stand and go, and here is the news. It's itching. And any doctor's watching, and he just pulls his pants down and turns around and shows his arse to the camera and says, is that normal? Someone just asked the question, would you ever consider doing these when you're drunk? No, that's... I have my first drink of the night when I'm doing these. Or, well, I have the first drink of the night every night at 6. Except when I'm gigging. I don't drink before. I drink just before a gig. It'd be great, wouldn't it? A newsreader breakdown. Was that a film? Was it Network? But it would be fantastic. But a really high profile one. Like a national treasure. That was what I sort of based my character on the 11 o'clock show on. I've always found it fascinating. I don't see it so much now, but you used to get news flashes where newsreaders were handed the news and they'd never read it before. Like Angela Rippon would suddenly go, there's been a terrible earthquake in the Sudan. And she had to just go with it. And I always thought, why doesn't one of them go, there's been, oh, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Because you have to be neutral and non-editorial. And so the idea when I did the 11 o'clock show was sort of a news reporter who gave his own opinion. Nowadays, people do it. But it would be like, there's been a strike in the NHS, and I go, don't get me started on the NHS. And I do a rant, an un-PC rant. I just burp there. Just in case you think this is too slick. Fucking hell. I'm on Instagram, aren't I? Like I've just woken up for the very first time. Like your granddad. I was watching that. Anyway, I'll say hello to some people. Right, let's get to the point. Right, so I wasn't going to do this. Then I thought, it's been another miserable day, raining, and I thought everyone's a bit fed up at the moment. Well, maybe they're not. But you sort of get the feeling it's dragging on a bit, isn't it? There's people arguing, not just about this, but politics. That's always going on. But you know, the world's sort of divided, isn't it? It's really is two tribes. There's no nuance anymore. It's you've got to have a team as opposed to deal with every subject individually. People overlook errors and terrible things on their own team and go after errors on the other team, not realising it's hypocritical. Everyone's a little bit fed up and divided and angry. So I thought I'd sort that out. Because I'm an actor, and what the world needs is actors' opinions about politics and, philosophy. Imagine there's no heaven. Fuck's sake. No. So I thought I'll do one of these because I haven't been working a lot lately. I've sort of broken the back of Afterlife 3. I did that really sort of quite quickly, really. And just, then I've got other ideas knocking around for the next time. But you think, I don't want to be working on something else before this is even filmed, and I've got the gigs to do. And I thought, well, this is good. This it keeps your mind active. Like going in old people's home. It's like they get you to do jigsaws and quizzes. This is me now. You're like my carers. I pretend this is for your benefit, but actually, it's for mine. You're keeping me sane and trying to keep me articulate. If you see me burp or fidget, just go, saw you burp. Keep me on my toes. Though that sentence didn't make any sense, Rick. You're fucking talking shit again. Feel free. And I like doing these. And I'm trying to keep it fair between Twitter and Instagram. Because, these do help. And I'm doing my first gig in like 3 weeks as a warm-up. I told you about it yesterday. Like it's the same people. Like you care. Like anyone tunes in twice. Fuck me. Keep Tuesday the... What is it? 26th or 27th? Anyway, I'm doing a sort of warm-up. I haven't gigged for like 6 months in London, and I'll tell you the details next week. That's news, isn't it? What else? Oh, I put a little clip on Instagram. The one... pedo. I'm not a pedo, and if I was, you'd be safe, you tubby little ginger cunt. On Instagram this morning, and it got 800,000 views. That's mad. That's mental, isn't it? So thank you for watching that. For watching that really nasty, offensive filth. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm having a little beer, as you know. Brewdog. This came from one of these sessions. They're doing a special edition Street Dog. If you buy these, you order these, and all the profit goes to rehoming dogs. This glass, if you buy this glass from beerhunter.co.uk, they give £1 to some doggy charities. That's what I'm doing this for. Really, I want to grow it so I can... I'll tell you what it's like now, right? I feel like it's my job. I do sort of... I write... I've got a house. I've got a few, I'll be honest, right? I've got everything I want. But I'm still earning money. And I still love doing it. I love writing. I love acting. I love doing stand-up. And so now it's like, how much can I get to give to dogs and animals now and when I die? I feel... And then you start one thing and you think, oh my God, that's like a drop in the ocean. That's why governments need to do it, because it takes hundreds of billions. I mean, and I feel like David Bowie's character in The Man Who Fell to Earth, where he's an alien and he comes to Earth to raise enough money to get water to his planet, because it's a global famine. And of course he needs trillions. So that's what I feel like at the moment. Anyway, be nice to dogs. And I wish someone listening, somewhere, around the world, there must be someone who's a boffin, who knows how one of those hearts, someone saying they like it, can give a penny to a charity. Just think of that. Just think of that. If you touched it a few times, hundreds of thousands of people giving lots of pennies every minute. We could give that to a different charity to sort them out. Because these little charities, it doesn't take much. They can, tens of thousands will make them relax for a year. So yeah, that's the idea, and it's fun, and I'd be sitting here drinking anyway. So I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, I don't have to justify it to you. I just wanted to do it. All right. So right. Shout out where you're from. Where are you watching this absolute bollocks from? Did I tell you, like bollocks? I know a lot of Americans follow me. That means nothing to you, does it? Bollocks. Do you know what it means? It means sort of testicles, but it means rubbish. So we say bollocks. So I say that on American chat shows, like, and the one question, the one joke that they worried about before the Golden Globes. So I write the jokes for the Golden Globes. I think usually most presenters have a team of writers, but I turn up like the day before with a bit of paper and I've got 20 gags on it. And you have to show it to a lawyer. And I've never had one stop. They question it. They go, "What does that mean? Is that true?" And and I want them to lawyer it so I don't get sued. I want it to be factually accurate. But they've never ruined a joke or asked me not to do one. And this one time, it got bigger. That the room usually has like one person in it or two people in it. And this time it was like 15, 20 people who'd come. People said, "Oh, they just want to sit in." Anyway, so I went, "Yeah, fine." So I did my monologue, and they liked it. And the one question was, the joke when I say the world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And then I say, the reviews. I heard one review that said, "This is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs." And then I go on and say, but Dame Judi Dench defended the movie, saying it was the role she was born to play because she likes nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her own minge. Right? And everyone laughed, and they said, "Minge is alright." I said, "Yeah, it's fine. It's a funny little word." And they went, "Oh, okay, yeah," because I didn't want to bleep it because it sort of ruins the gag, and people don't know what you've said. So I went, "Yeah," and then someone sort of looked it up on their phone and went, "Oh, it says vulgar term." I went, "Well, they're all vulgar terms, aren't they? They're all euphemisms for vagina are vulgar terms." And then and then you wouldn't say to the doctor, you wouldn't go to the doctor and say, "Oh, doctor, got a terrible pain in my minge." But it doesn't mean it's a terrible thing. It just means it's not the proper word. And I said, "Well, what can I say for vagina?" And one of the lawyers said, "We could say vagina." I went, "That's worse. Then I'm actually clinically talking about Dame Judi Dench's vagina." It made it worse for me. I went, no. I went, "It's fine." They went, "Well, we can always bleep it." I went, "Oh, well, what word can I say that you won't bleep?" And we went through them. I said, "What about flange?" Right? And they looked it up and they said, "Oh, that's confusing because that's a part of a sink." I went, "Right." And they were saying things that I would never say. They were suggest things like, "Quim's all right." I was going, "I'm not going to say quim. I'm not going to say fucking quim." Right? So anyway, I convinced them. They said, "Okay, yeah, okay, we don't say it." I said, "You won't get a complaint. You will not get a complaint." And in the end, they went, "Okay, you can say minge." And they still bleeped it. But I knew they would. So when I did the joke, I pointed. So I win. Right, there you go. That was an impromptu 15 minutes. Stay tuned. If you live in London, I'll be doing a gig in 3 weeks, which I'll let you know about. Probably be a shambles. Better than this. Then everything's better than this, isn't it? It'll be based on my new show, Supernature, which I've got to adapt and change and update like I would anyway. But I've been out of the game for 6 months. It's all nice and safe and socially distanced, and everyone should have a lovely time. The spirit of the Blitz. Watch Humanity on Netflix. The most watched special of that year. And the most popular British stand-up. I don't know. I read it somewhere. Chortle, that website, said it was the most. I don't know. I can't remember. I like some of those things, and people go, "Oh, arrogant." And I go, "Well, I can't win." Thank you, everyone who watched Afterlife. Most watched British comedy in the world, 2 years running. So you do the math. Thank you, best fans in the world. Because all that is nothing if you don't watch it. So thank you very much. And a lot of people who saw me at the Golden Globes didn't know who I was, I guess, and they watched Afterlife. Then they've discovered Derek. So it's all lovely. And on here I talk shite. I do these on Twitter as well, Sundays and Wednesdays. So I'll do this tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm already running out of words. The beer's kicking in. I'm already a bit tired. I'm already a bit bored with the sound of my own fucking voice. Oh, God. Roll on, death. So thanks, everyone. Follow me on Twitter. Watch something on Netflix of mine. And I'll see you tomorrow on Twitter, live, 6 p.m. Be nice to dogs. Cheers. No, I've got to turn it off. Cool. Not like a granddad on Skype. I've seen the little thing. I've got to press end and then quickly, right, this will be slick. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.